How's it going, guys? Just gonna give it a minute here and wait for some more people to pile in. Make sure I got my audio levels right. I'm gonna go ahead and turn off the music. We don't need that anymore. Yeah, I'm just gonna let some people pile in here. We're just gonna do a little, I don't know, discussion, I guess you could say is the best word for that. Phone's buzzing in the background. Sorry about that. I want to make it easier for us to talk about the latest news, especially regarding COVID-19 and everything, with the president and what he said and his plans. Because I feel it's important to encourage debate. I feel like that's always important. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give my Google Voice number to you guys. I'm going to put it in the chat. And you can call me on that. I'm not going to, I don't want to, have like a 30-minute conversation with one person. But, conversation that lasts a little while, just so we can chit-chat for a bit. It doesn't have to be about COVID-19. It doesn't have to be about the president. It doesn't have to be about anything like that. It could just be a Q&A. If you guys have any questions for me, this would be the best time to do so. And if you aren't comfortable with calling me, or you are unable to, I will take some questions over the chat as well. So, whichever you're comfortable with, that would be best for you. And I just want to preface that I'm not going to be on here too long. My mom's going to be heading to bed soon, so I got to be mindful of her, trying to sleep. So when she goes to bed, that's kind of when this has to end. So if you hear any noises in the background, that would be why. So how's it going, guys? Looking over the chat here. Hello, Amy. Hello, Lance. Hello, Jasmine. What's up, Arat? Yakalope? Is that your name? Yakalope? What's up, man? Thanks for the kind words. Appreciate it. So, let me go ahead here. Switch over to this. Threw this together. Pretty beautiful, I know. Took a long time to make. A whole 2 minutes of gathering images from the internet. Let me grab my number here, and I will go ahead and post it in the chat, and we can start this. So there you go. There's the number. You're free to call whenever you are ready, and we can get this show on the road. Meanwhile, we can do some text chats as well. So while I'm waiting for a call, if anybody has any questions, comments, concerns, whatever, go ahead and let me know, and I'll be happy to answer them. So anything at all. We can, if you were a part of the debate that I had going on earlier with the whole stuff with the president, if you have any comments from that, now is your time to speak up. And I would love to talk to you about that. So once again, the number is in the chat. You can ring that, and I will get a notification on my computer, and I will answer that. Thank you for the subscription. Much appreciated. You can call me Doge. Whatever works for you. If you don't want to give me a call, if you have any other questions, you can put in the text chat, and I'd be happy to answer them. Bump the microphone there. Yikes. Back that up. Thank you, Nick, for your subscription. Much appreciated. Really need to use this channel more often. Get some live streams going in here. I'm gonna start doing some Patreon stuff here in the very near future. The delaying of the stimulus payment? I think there was stuff in the stimulus payment that both sides weren't particularly happy with. Of course, the Democrats think that the stimulus payment, catered more to corporations. Which, in my opinion, corporations are going to need help here too. Corporations are going to be struggling because there's not a lot of businesses open, period, and they are going to be struggling with money as well. So it's just going to be a matter of they need to come together. This is the time that we need to be bipartisan, and both sides need to come together and reach an agreement, I think, for the better of the people. Because, in my opinion, it's very important that they're able to do this. The people need it. What do I think about the coronavirus? I don't know how to answer that. It's a virus. I mean, it's bad, very contagious. It's pretty deadly. It's affecting essentially everybody. Maybe not directly, but people are seeing the effects of the virus itself. I don't I don't really know how else to answer that other than that. And just to touch again on the stimulus thing, I wouldn't necessarily say that it's the fault of one person. I wouldn't necessarily say it's the fault of one party. I think both parties obviously want to help people. I just think both parties have a different way of doing it. And it's very important that the two parties are able to reach an agreement as quickly as possible. For the better of the American people. Because this is something that, regardless of your views and your political beliefs, this is something that we're going to need. And we're going to need it very desperately. So, both parties suck. In a way, I would agree. It's affecting the economy. Yes, it is. It is most definitely affecting the economy in a very not so good way. And I think that's part of the decision that was made by the president. And obviously, the president doesn't want to see the economy crash and burn because the economy is very important to the United States. The United States cannot survive without a strong economy. And I think that was part of the reason why he made the decision that he made today. Obviously, I assume most of you know my viewpoints regarding the statement from the president. I can touch on it again if you guys would like me to. But yeah, I think that's definitely one of the reasons that he made the decision that he made. And I would have to watch the whole thing over because I wasn't able to watch it earlier. But it almost kind of sounded like, according to what I've seen some people say, it sounds like the president kind of walked back his statement, which I think in the end run is the best idea. I don't know why that got hidden, Lance. I guess YouTube doesn't like swear words. I would agree, though. I would agree. Ultimately, if I was the president, in my opinion, what I think the best thing to do would be to surround myself with some very brilliant people, which is what the president has done. He surrounded himself with some very intelligent doctors and very intelligent people in the medical field. As a part of his, his task force. And I would do everything in my power to listen to them. Because with the current president, it's very obvious that he has strengths and he has weaknesses. That's typical with every person. Every human being is going to have a topic that they're intelligent about and a topic that they're not intelligent about. I mean, you can't know everything, regardless of whether you think you can or not. You can't know everything. So I would surround myself with these people and I would listen to them because I know that these people are very, very smart and I know they're capable of guiding me in the right path. And one of the first things that I would do is put a lockdown similar to the lockdown that has been seen in the United Kingdom, in Italy, Spain, some of these other European countries, in the sense that the entire country would be on lockdown. However, it wouldn't be an extremely strict lockdown, so people would still be able to go to work. It would be, workplaces that are essential to human life, workplaces that need to be open, that are crucial to the lives of the American people, crucial to defense, things like that. And people will be able to go to work, people could work from home. That's the thing that a lot of states have been doing. They're encouraging people to work from home. I would do that. And just kind of see what happens from there. I mean, we can't make such an important decision that the president made today after 15 days. A decision like this, you need to see how this is going to play out first. Because a decision like this has the potential to escalate the dangers even more than they've already escalated, and at a quicker pace. Thank you, Jasmine. Thank you. But it has the potential to escalate things at a much more rapid pace if we make this decision so hastily. So, for me, what I would do is I would keep it between 3 to 4 weeks. I would make my decision after 3 to 4 weeks. In the meantime, the lockdown would be in place. Similar to a UK lockdown, where it's essential things only. It's essential stuff only. I'm not saying we need to, deploy the National Guard in every state, deploy the U.S. Army in every state, have people with, guns outside of people's doors making them stay in their house. No. That would be tremendously stupid. I know how well that would go over in the United States, and it wouldn't go over well at all. So, I would have that, and after the 4 weeks, see what happens from there. Because we're not at a point where we can make such a crucial decision this early into everything. I mean, we're seeing high numbers already, and we already have lockdowns, partial lockdowns, in many states. More and more states are enacting these lockdowns every day. And big cities are doing lockdowns. There's a couple cities in Texas, can't think of off the top of my head. Some cities in Pennsylvania, 7 cities in Pennsylvania today. So, we're seeing these lockdowns, but we're still seeing increasingly high numbers. And that's a problem. So, it becomes a matter of, do you make the lockdowns tighter? Do you do a statewide lockdown? And I think that's kind of where we're at right now. This virus will have some definite political stimulus. Jackalope, I would tend to agree. I would tend to agree. I think if we don't get a grip on this within a month from now, month and a half from now, quiet. Am I quiet for anybody else? I can bump up my audio a little bit. I'm starting to clip into the yellow. That's usually not good, but I can bump it up a little bit if I'm too quiet for some of you guys. Just let me know. I will also look at my audio properties just to make sure I'm using the right equipment. Alright, there. I bumped it up a little bit. Phone is buzzing like crazy again. My bad. Good? Alright. Hopefully you guys didn't miss anything. I never know where to put my audio at for these kinds of things. But once again, my number is in the text chat. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns that you want to address to me over the phone, there's the place to do that. So if you scroll up a little bit, you will see that. But going back to what Jacob said, very important that we get this handled within a specific amount of time, because we're going to eventually get to a point where we can't get a grip on much of it anymore, and that's not going to be a very good point. So yeah, that's pretty crucial. What else do I got here? Can't get ahead of ourselves or fall behind one step at a time. I would highly agree. You don't want to make too big a decision, and you don't want to make too little of a decision. Because when you do that, that's when bad things start to happen. And we're not at a stage where we can afford bad things to happen. Because it's almost like a domino effect. You know, if you have one bad thing, you have another bad thing, and you keep adding bad things to the mix, it's going to be a domino effect, and it's just going to continuously get worse. Going to be a dicey year? Yeah. And we're just barely out of March. Not out of March, but getting towards the end of March. It's not even April yet. We've already had so many things happen this year. It's been pretty ridiculous. Biblical? I wouldn't go that far. 2020 feels like 2008. So I'm going to make a lot of people feel old here. But I was 7. I was 7 in 2008. So I don't remember much. of 2008. But what I do remember more than anything is seeing gas prices at like $4.15 a gallon. That's basically all I remember from that point in time. So I can't really offer much in regards to 2008 and it feeling like 2008. But how about markets though? How about markets? Markets aren't looking too great. We're at like a consistent drop every day. Oil prices are getting ridiculously cheap. Saw they were up again today, but weren't really up enough to make too much of a difference. You got all the commodities. Basically all the commodities. I can let me switch my stream around here. So I want to take a peek at the at investing.com just to see where everything's at. It's been a hot minute since I've looked. Display capture, add source. There we go. Beautiful. It looks really strange because I have a widescreen, but it's all good. Where am I at here? Investing.com. Let's take a look. Crude and Brent. So crude's up $1.21 or 1.21 points, which is pretty good. Up 5.27%. Not bad. Brent's up Brent's almost near 30. It's a pretty decent gain, especially over the past couple days. It was awfully low there for a while. Remember looking at it like last week. Yeah, around here. 25.39. It's on a steady increase. It's good to see. I like cheap gas as much as the next person, but it becomes a point in time where it's a bit problematic. Futures open? Oh, futures look good. That's good to see. Probably be another day of decently high gains. The VIX is down quite a lot. VIX was almost near 50. It was over that. Jeez. That's ridiculous. But anybody else have any questions? Do I watch Q drops? No. I'm not gonna sit here and diss people that do. But no, I do not. That's as far as I'll go on that. Throwback to when Soleimani was whacked. Man, that was nuts. That was nuts. Whole Soleimani thing. Feels like just yesterday too. But it's been, well, we're getting closer to 3 months? 3 months now since that happened? It was like, what, January 1st? January 2nd? Remember, it was January 7th. January 7th was the retaliation. Oh, I know what Q is. I just don't particularly believe in that sort of thing. Yeah, the 7th was the ballistic missile attack. But Soleimani was assassinated, I believe January 2nd. Let me take a look. Now you gotta be curious. January 3rd. January 3rd. Jazz, when I'm referring to the Qasem Soleimani attack, or assassination. We took out Soleimani, and 4 days later, 4 or 5 days later, there was retaliation by Iran for the assassination itself. That's what I'm referring to. While I'm at it, let me go ahead and plug the Discord server, because I know there's quite a lot of people that are not in the Discord server. I need y'all to be in this Discord server. So if you don't have Discord, you can use it in your web browser. Just make an account and join. This is the Discord server that I'm in. There's a bunch of other folks in here. Another server that I'm in, post the invite to. It's Project Owl. So Project Owl is another Discord server that I'm in, where there's a lot of other pretty well-known people. Who do we got in here? We got the Aurora Intel guys, Global Mill Info. Let's see, not a ton of people on right now, but trust me, there's loads of people in here. But yeah, anybody else got any questions? Any other questions? If not, I've got stuff to do that I gotta work on. Gotta work on stuff for the Patreon. That's something I need to get working on. And I'm thinking, I'll let you guys in on a little plan that I have. Thinking of doing a warning system. Starting up a warning system. So, if you guys follow Spartan on Twitter, he has his warning system that goes kind of from 1 to 5. Or 5 to 1, sorry. Very similar to how how the DEF CON warning system works. So I'm thinking of doing something similar to that. I just need to not be an idiot and figure out how Photoshop works. Get that stuff done. I think that'd be pretty neat. Might do something special. Something special for COVID-19. Since that's basically everything everybody's talking about right now. But yeah, if you guys have any other questions, comments, or concerns after the stream is over, you can reach out to me on Discord. You can reach out to me on Twitter. Any other form of social media that I have. You guys are free to reach out to me there. How can any shutdown reconcile the fact that the greatest economic crisis in U.S. history just saw 23% employment? I bet it's talking 30% here. See, that's the thing, and that's why this is such a difficult. Thing. And like I said earlier on Twitter, I said I don't envy the president here at all. Like, this isn't meant to be me attacking the president. I just don't feel that it was the right decision. But in a way, no decision is the right decision, because both decisions are going to be very costly. It's just a matter of determining which one will be more costly. And in my opinion, based on what I've seen, no social distancing is the most dangerous decision that can be made right now. Both decisions are going to result in loss of life. Both decisions are going to result in basically the same thing, in my opinion. I feel like if we lessen social distancing, we're going to see essentially a near immediate impact, and we're going to end up in a nationwide lockdown anyway. So, I mean, unless, this is something that not a lot of people are thinking about, but I don't know, maybe the government has something that they're working on. Maybe there's a medication that, they feel is close to being completed, and they can get that out soon. I don't know. It's a very tough choice. What happened to Mahan Air out of Iran? Flights to Damascus, then disappeared off radar. Not 100% sure what you're talking about. Are you saying that you haven't seen many of those flights anymore? Because I would tend to agree. Another thing that we haven't seen in a while is Israeli airstrikes in Syria. I noticed that calmed down quite a lot, which doesn't really surprise me. I mean, it would be pretty foolish to do something like that now, with everything going on. Israel itself is struggling. Syria apparently is invincible to COVID-19. They have like one case, in quotes. So, I guess that explains it. But if anybody else has any other questions, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up here in a minute. Got a good 30-minute stream in. Not bad at all. If you have any other questions, Discord, Twitter, email. My email is doge@inteldoge.com if you're still old-fashioned and you like email, hit me up there. Whichever place works for you. I'd be happy to engage in discussion. Like I said earlier, I'm not going to breathe fire down anybody's neck if we share different opinions. I'm a pretty centrist guy. I listen to both sides. So, yeah, that's about all I've got. Those 3 areas where you can contact me. Most active in Discord, though. Definitely most active on Discord. So, if you're in the Discord server, any Discord server that I'm in, ping me, PM me, anything like that. I'd be more than happy to talk to you guys. So, gonna go ahead and end the stream here. I'd like to do another stream maybe tomorrow or Wednesday night. So, keep an eye out for that. Yeah. Talk to you guys later.